pass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from the Texas Capitol.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Second and 11.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. A hit turned it over the middle. And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, another shot for Jones.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So that challenge, a successful one.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Butker's kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
2nd and 5. And this one too low.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They'll set up to throw. And Graham on the grab. Touchdown. A great play there. 64 yards.
And the Armadillos have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Able to find Isabella.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll look to throw. Out right here to Herndon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there. We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play. Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off. Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, Kamara. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quiddy Pay busting through to get him for a loss of 6. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
They'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Certainly part of their success so far in this game, their ability to convert on third down. And what a nice throw and catch there. That allows the officials to move the sticks one more time and set up 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Shifts by him. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Graham slotted out to the left. They'll run it with Kamara. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On second down, Kamara. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They run. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Armadillos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Runs over him.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3. It's caught. Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, completion to Rice. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Second and 6. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return." Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On play action, they'll throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Red Dragons have cut the lead back down to 2.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The busy night continues for Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Graham's got it. Complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's got this down to the 35.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give. This is Kamara. Muscles him off and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Second and long. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Jordan Elliott drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Now Pollard. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
They'll look to throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that is incomplete.
A third quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now a play fake here on first down.
A check down here to Jones.
That catch good for only a couple. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Austin. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Now it's the backup Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play fake. Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Off the play fake, Winston. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 3rd down, Christie. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
We play to win. Let's go.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think what you said, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Blue down. Blue.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. From the gun on 3rd down. Whitfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, able to avoid him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll try the left side. Christie pushing through the contact, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to him. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Christie, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Winston now from the 50. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. And spotted at the 14-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Whitfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Keep coming, baby. Keep coming. Keep on.
Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
On 1st and 10, Whitfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To Allen on the dump off. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Back to throw. Whitfield. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Staying on his feet. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Winston readies the offense. Down 19-18. 1:09 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he gets it to Bolden. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Winston. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run on first down. Christie, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.